Baker Mayfield. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Browns and the Bengals on Monday Night Prime Time.
Along the shores of Lake Erie, the Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. And off we go here on Monday night. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
Going back and looking at last week's tape, just a little too up and down for my liking. It's hard to win consistently in the NFL, Mike, with your quarterback having good plays, good weeks, bad weeks. You want to just level all of that out. Maybe you lose some of the highs, but you prevent some of the lows. And when he was good, he was really good. But when he was bad, those are the back-breaking plays that really are hard to overcome if you want to win consistently in this league.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. And he will go all the way. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here's McAllister to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. And they're led by the number 1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
It's always so hard as a player, Mike. You leave a game, you have a big performance, you feel like you really did your job, but it comes in a losing effort. And while you're proud of that effort, there's this sour taste in your mouth going into practice the next week, knowing that it wasn't good enough. That's what he's facing here today. He had a great game last week in a loss. Can he find a way to lead his team and have an equally good game? Continue to play at that high level that we've seen him play at, but this time do it in a victory. That's what they're focusing on. That's been the emphasis all week long. We're going to get a shot to see how it plays out here today.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. First down and more for Chubb. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets to the Browns' 19-yard line. A big run by Chubb. It's a gain of 34.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on second and 4.
At the 13-yard line.
It's Hardman running a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bengals offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. Cup in motion. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's second and 9. Moving the tight end right. He'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Third down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential. Your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
The Browns offense ready for their second possession. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
On first down is Mayfield. And he gets that to Hardman. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
He's going to keep it himself. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the Bengals' 36-yard line.
You have a tight end motioning left here. They go play action with Mayfield. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns are back within 1. It's 7-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Higgins sent in motion. His drive will start on the ground. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They send him right out of the slot. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Connects with Kupp on the slant. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
That's into the hands of Yosivas. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Slot receiver headed right. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. They'll put a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw again. Catch left side is made by Higgins. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
3rd and long. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Jermaine Burton, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This one from just under 50 yards. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals extend their lead to 10-6.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. 10-6 is the score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. On play action, Mayfield. Brought in by the tight end, Dallas Goedert. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Bengals offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the 1st half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Yosibach. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. To the air now on 1st and 10. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike, living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass. is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Browns offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That one is complete to Hardman. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try a run it here, and it's Chubb. Now a loose football. The Bengals have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Tackle there by Michael Hall. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That's taken at about the 14. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Throwing is Baker. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Now Chubb. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
Mayfield to throw. That's taken in by Chubb. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Baker to throw. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. It's first down, and they'll run. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. On second down, Baker. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move. And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. They pick up 27 and convert on 4th down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Browns cut the deficit down to 1. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense going to take over just before the half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Tight end going in motion here. Now they'll set up to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. 18 yards on the connection. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. Back to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This, a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On first down is Mayfield. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports halftime report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Dak Prescott sharp in the victory as his guys double up their record to 8-4 on the year. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Jamison Williams, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Drake May, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Here's McAllister to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. And he gets that to Hardman. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Caught right side, it's Franklin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So if you're going to have time to allow your big tight end to start on one side of the field and run a crossing route all the way to the other, your big guys up front better hold up in protection. That's exactly what they were able to do here. Gave the quarterback the confidence of staying with them the entire way through, delivering that ball on the far side of the field, and leads to a nice pickup. It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
A short throw taken in by Goddard. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
Throwing is Mayfield. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Mayfield. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now he'll try to keep it going. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to the ground. He'll get it again.
Number 34 on the carry.
He'll come up to 3rd and 3. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Now this time they'll look to throw. Finding space at the 40. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They'll look to throw yet again. First down throw there is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to the air one more time. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bengals will extend their third quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. And in motion, it's Diggs. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Higgins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Lone back in the backfield. We'll get the carry here. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. He'll look to throw. Out wide, it's a screen to Cup. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision to make.
The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He runs with it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And that will lead to a second down. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Kupp in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. It's complete. He's got Kupp. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Catch left side is made by Higgins. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Back to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Here's McAllister to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Now he'll air one out, and this will be incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And he's gonna get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended target there. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. Now a give on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll run it on the inside handoff. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals add on to their lead. McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Here's McAllister to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. That's taken in right side by Goddard. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Cleveland.
That's good. 4-8. 1st and 10 at the 39.
Throwing is Mayfield. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
Call it a gain of 13. It's a Browns 1st down. Throwing is Baker. He'll look underneath here for Chubb. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And he gets that to Hardman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the 1st half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the 2nd half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we wish you a good night from Cleveland.